Hi, I'm Chris and welcome to my channel, Synergistic Singing. Sometimes singing takes less movement than you think, and it's actually more challenging to move less in order to sing better. So I'm going to give an example of singing in tune, but this is actually something that is across many different things you learn in singing. It can be with your breathing, it can be with the part of the voice, avoiding vocal breaks, all kinds of stuff. When someone is learning how to sing in tune, one of the first things that we have to work on is how to make very small and slow movements in pitch with their voice. A lot of times there'll be a target note like la, and in their search to find the note, they will move so fast and make such big movements that they don't actually find the note. So they'll go, let's say your target note is la, and you're over here, la, then they'll go la, and they're moving so fast and with such a big range that they don't find their target note. But if they can slow everything down and move less over time, then they can calibrate their voice to the target pitch. So let's say our target note is la, and you're trying to get there, la. That takes some skill to actually make that movement really small, really slow, and really steady, and then to hear how your voice matches. This is not to say that singers never have to learn how to expand their range of motion or make bigger movements. Oftentimes singers will automatically do this the moment they need to. Not all the time, but often. However, they often overlook when they need to make their movement smaller, and when they're zooming right past a whole part of their voice and not noticing it, or when they're changing the vowel and not noticing it, and that's causing a break in their voice. For this video then, I really want to spark your curiosity so that when you're practicing, you ask this question more often. Could I do this same sound while moving less? Would moving a smaller range of motion help me in this particular situation? One example in everyday life where we are trying to move less and reduce, not use as much range of motion, is in handwriting. So when we're kindergartners and we're learning how to write, at first our letters are huge and they're like all like scraggly and it's hard to read them and they're kind of a mess. But then over time, that gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and it gets more and more efficient until it's very, very easy. And this is very similar to singing. We have this really tiny instrument with lots of moving parts, and we need them to move in these really precise and really subtle ways. And so at first, when we're learning how to sing, across many different skills in singing, we just have this big clunky movements that are kind of clumsy and all over the place. But as you think of making the movement smaller and smaller and smaller and using less extraneous effort, then you will find that your singing gets more and more and more precise. Even in speech, we will have our pitch will waver a whole lot. But in singing, we actually need to keep the pitch really steady. So if I were to talk in a monotone way and not change my pitch at all, that would represent what we want when we sing a single note. If I were to talk and not change my pitch at all, then that would be a nice steady pitch. So even in speech, we're kind of wavering and moving a lot, and we have to learn how to keep that really steady position as we're singing each individual pitch in our song. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe for future videos. And for voice lessons, either online or my Austin, Texas studio, go to synergisticsinging.com/schedule a lesson. Thanks for watching.